Hi, my name is Simran Chan.
And my name is Saki Sultan.
And the topic is consumer rights. The safeguarding of buyers under fraudulent means of a seller for their goods and services is called consumer rights and protections. These laws have been established so that the sellers do not have to engage themselves into deceiving deals. Government has put additional regulations on the business firms to disclose more details of their product so that the consumer is more protected and aware of the commodity that he is willing to purchase.
In 1985, the National General Assembly adopted the 8 fundamental consumer rights for the stronger consumer protection policies worldwide and for the protection of consumers against the dishonesty, fraud and abuse, in which the right to redress, right to choose, right to service, right to consumer education, right to environmental health, right to redress and right to inform.
If the seller has failed to provide the buyer with the promised goods and services, he would be liable to indemnify the buyer with compensations under the Punjab Consumer Protection Act 2005. Some sections of Punjab Consumer Protection Act 2005 states that Section 4, liability for defective product. Subsection 2, a product shall be defective only if subsection B, it is defective in design as provided in Section 6. Section 6 states that defective in design, a product shall be defective in design if at the time of product it left its manufacturer.
Some sections of Sin Consumer Protection Act 2014 states that the liability for the defective goods. Subsection 1. The manufacturer should be liable for its customers if there is any damage arising after the purchase of the product. And the manufacturer should be liable if there is any defect in the design and construction which does not conform to the express warning. Section 10 states that the consumer has not suffered any damages, then the manufacturer should not accept the loss of utility, then the manufacturer should not be liable to customer for the damages, except the return or the consideration of their product.
So here we present the case that happened previously in November 2020 when a young YouTuber ordered a drone from Daraz.pk.
When he received the package, what happened then? Let's take a look on the video.
आने लग रही है लेकिन अभी खोल के चेक कर लेते हैं। ये इसका ड्रोन है तो ये अनबॉक्स करेगा ये लॉकर। तो सबसे पहले तो हमें मिलता है ये कचरा ड्रोन फ्रॉड किया फ्रॉड है गाइस फुल फ्रॉड है गाइस दराज फुल फ्रॉड है फ्रॉड किया है।
As you guys can see how fraud sellers break the heart of these little children.
The sheer heartbreak that they felt in those 2 minutes of unpacking is just like that when someone found out that the 10th grade was not his soulmate.
The question then arises here, who was to be blamed and who has made the fraud?
Was it Taraz or was it the vendor who is selling on the Taraz?
After that, they upload the video on the social media and it goes viral. The customers are the priority for any marketplace. Furthermore, as his video went viral on social media, he did receive a compensation from Daraz.
Let's take a look how Daraz compensates with them.
भारी तो नहीं
अस्सलाम वालेकुम गाइस, आज हम बहुत एक्साइटेड है क्योंकि दराज की तरफ से हमारे लिए बहुत 3 ह्यूज बॉक्सेस हैं। सो हमें नहीं पता इनके अंदर क्या है। सो लेट्स अनबॉक्स दिस गाइस। ओह माय गॉड गाइस, थैंक यू दराज, हमें एक डीएसएलआर मिला है गाइस। मेरी विश पूरी हो गई है, मुझे हमेशा से एक डीएसएलआर चाहिए था गाइस। ओह गाइस, इसमें व्लॉगिंग की पूरी किट है गाइस। लेटर है, इधर ऊपर लिखा हुआ है वेट देयर इज मोर। सो देखते हैं अभी इसमें क्या है। 3, 2, 1। So we are so excited when we are so thankful to Daraz. Thank you for giving.
Many online frauds take place daily, but hardly any of them gets reported or the customer is indemnified. The video went viral among the social media platform and he gained so much popularity that he did not intend to do.
As in another case of the Imtiaz supermarket in which they are overpricing and scamming the customers through the Ramzan discount offer.
As it appears, manipulating the weight of the product and fooling customers has been quite common these days. From small vendors to big superstores, it goes without saying that corruption is deeply ingrained. All that they care about is filling their own pockets by charging higher rates. And ironically, they are the ones that get offended when they get caught.
It is pertinent to mention that the Imtiaz supermarket was under the fire for many reasons, as in the last year they are under the fire just because of the poor hygiene of their market and selling the expired goods. In 2018, the mart is also under the fire just because of the selling expired and fake products.
Last year, officials sealed many branches of Imtiaz supermarket for violating SOPs of COVID-19 in the country, and it looks like the situation has not really much changed, as you guys can see it in the video as well.
As another case of Daraz, Dr. Adnan Nabil wanted to take an advantage from the Azadi sale, and he ordered an internal hard drive for Rs 8,426 on August. However, in place of that product, the internal hard drive case is only delivered.
The cost of the hard drive on Daraz.pk was mentioned on 8,426. Nabil's order was to be delivered at his house at a cash on delivery basis. On August 7th, I was at my office when I received a short message from the courier service telling me that my order would be delivered shortly at my house. He replied,
When Nabil got home, the order is already being delivered. When he opened the package, there is only the hard disk case instead of the internal hard drive. The Nabil gets claimed that the price of that hard disk case is only Rs 500, while the internal hard disk is Rs 8,426.
The Daraz.pk representatives have registered the customer's complaint, which is still in process. Similar to incidents like this were also registered for sending the case only.
We have law enforcement agencies like the FIA, and we should have institutions that will check the license of all such online businesses. And the government should have the details of all the business and the amount of the tax they are paying.
The customer should see the reviews and ratings of the product before buying, because nowadays every seller does fraud, and fraud through online business is too much.
If you experience any fraud, then file a complaint to the manufacturer, and if they didn't reply, then file a complaint to the consumer court.
So what is the procedure for filing a complaint?
A complaint should be filed again under the consumer court, which is headed by the district and additional district session judge.
Steps for filing a consumer complaint. Step number 1. 15-day legal notice to the service provider, subsection A. A legal notice should be served to the manufacturers and to the service provider, subsection B. There is a limitation of 30 days for filing a complaint in the consumer court, subsection C. Servicing a 15-day legal notice is a prerequisite for filing a complaint in the consumer court.
Step number 2, consumer complaint. If the matter doesn't resolve after the legal notice, then they should file a complaint in the consumer court within the subsequent 15 days. And no court fee is required for the consumer court, it's totally free of cost.
As there are so many incidents happening these days by renowned companies.
As you can see some screenshots which we took from the Facebook, the page name as the Voice of Customers, in which people share their experiences about the online business fraud.
The message that we would like to convey through this video is that we do have consumer rights and its protection.
The best part is there is no law and no need of the lawyer in the consumer court.
Our motive is to provide awareness that deceiving online could be controlled and strict action could be taken against it.
To diminish the frauds from the country for the welfare of the state. Thank you.